I am Miles. I am the universe. Yeah, I'm back. It's been a while, hasn't it? It's been a while. I'm not in my usual living spaces, living quarters, as I haven't been for a couple of months now, which is why I've been absent. But it feels good to be back. Here. I've done some growing. I've done some changing, and I was talking with a good friend of mine earlier, and we were discussing some philosophy, and a lot of my YouTube channel has been about philosophy and stuff. And I think I sometimes can help to sort of create a new understanding around different philosophies and stuff. And that's my purpose with these videos. It's always been my purpose to give new meaning and new ideas to people that are maybe struggling or suffering and things like that. So today's video, as you will have seen, comfort is the enemy of happiness. Now, you could probably argue that comfort is happiness, or that if you was happy, you'd probably be comfortable as well. And that's a fair point, that's a fair comment. But the argument that I'm making is that comfort is the enemy to happiness. Now, this stems from a Taoist belief, the Tao being like a flow state. From my understanding of what Taoism is, it's like a flow state. It's like being so entirely consumed by the present moment that everything is at ease and everything is peaceful and everything's nice. Whether it's comfortable or uncomfortable, you're exactly where you need to be. That's the Tao to me. So it's a feeling of synchronicity. So your lifestyle, your way of being is so synchronized with your environment and things like that. Taoism is also strongly held belief that everything is impermanent, which it is. It's not a belief. Everything is impermanent. This video will come to an end. I will come to an end. These plants behind me will come to an end. You know, eventually, the world will be a rock floating in space because the sun will explode. You know, nothing lasts forever, and so neither does comfort. You know, if you've ever been, chilling, laying down, you're just chilling, and someone comes along and says, "Oh, will you go do this for me?" And you're like, "Oh, I was just getting comfortable. I was just getting comfortable." That is sort of what that's the basis really of this entire video, is that fighting for comfort all the time means any kind of extrinsic action that isn't this comfortable moment is stress and is suffering and is painful. It's not worth doing because life is about comfort. So that's it. Our modern lives are comfort centric. So everything from our beds being, we've got memory foam mattresses and big plushy pillows, and then we've got big nice settees and sofas and things. Then we've got really comfy car seats and our phones. Our phones are the biggest tool of comfort because we can be walking on the street absorbed in texting somebody because the outside world is too uncomfortable, like too socially anxious, too socially awkward. To just be able to sit with people and do things in public is too uncomfortable. So we look at our phones. We order things. If we're hungry, we don't even have to go outside anymore. The most uncomfortable thing about ordering food nowadays is unlocking the door to let someone in to collect the food. That's even flipping 20 years ago, 30 years ago. That's like crazy. No, it's just like, we just order food because we're hungry and that's it. We'll just pay someone to do it. Anyway, so as I've said in previous videos, if you're still following this thread, is that from my understanding of my own mental health and from the mental health of others, a lot of conscientious individuals that suffer with mental health, it's a crisis of meaning. I said this in a few videos. It's a crisis of meaning. It's a crisis that we're told that our lives should be happy, and we're told that we can buy things that make us happy, and we're told that being comfortable is a source of happiness, is a source of pleasure, and none of these things is false. You can buy things that make you happy, you can feel happy, but the problem with that is that means that everything in our life has to be comfortable. That means everything that we do and everything that we want and to be and choose to do has to be comfortable. And that seems like an incredible vacuous, and it's almost like life has been stolen from us. It's a painful robbery of happiness, because if every aspect of our lives has to be comfortable, then anything that isn't comfortable is a source of dissatisfaction, is a source of pain, and therefore we try to make every avenue of our life as padded as possible from any kind of dissatisfaction, because we believe that discomfort is unhappiness. So the crisis of meaning is, what is the point? What is the point of doing this thing? Why am I alive? Is a lot of it. Is a lot of it's a very depressive thought. Why am I alive? The thing that makes it worse about that question as well is it's not just why am I alive, but it's why am I alive in a world where it's hideously unnatural. Where things are governed to us by people we don't know, and society is built around things that we don't really understand, and we live lives and drive fast cars and things like that, when a human being has only been doing this for 60 years out of the 100,000 years that we've been around. We only lived like this in the past 100 years. So there is something incredibly unnatural about society. And most people that suffer is because they see that. They see the unnaturalness. They see the grey areas of society and think, why do I want to play a part in that? Why do I want to be a part in that? And it's because they haven't found, because there's no way of changing that. There's no way of changing society. There's no way of changing the laws by which we're governed. You can't change these things. So people either sink or swim in this. It's dog eat dog, and it always has been. It's just an incredibly unnatural time to be a dog trying to eat a dog. So how does then comfort crush happiness? So if we're told that life should be happy, and we're in an unnatural world, and everything we do has to revolve around making us happy, then when we're at home, or when we're anywhere, we've lost all meaning. Comfort destroys meaning, because if you imagine a grizzly bear in the winter time that's stocked up on food. If you've seen Over the Hedge, if you imagine how happy that grizzly bear was in Over the Hedge before RJ steals his food. He's got mountains of food. He's got ridiculous, an enormity of food, an overflow of food, and he's comfortable, and he's fat, and he's warm, and he's in a nice safe cave, and he's a big. That's basically what we've become. We've become a big, safe, content bear doing sweet FA in a world that wants everyone to be like that. And if you're not a bear, if you're the little guy, you need to find some crazy thing to make you happy that isn't sitting around doing nothing. Because some people like that. Happiness is different to everybody, isn't it? I'm talking about if you're seriously unhappy, then it could be because you're too comfortable. It could be because your bed is too comfortable. It could be because your bed's too warm, or your phone is too appealing, or, you know, because you're stagnant. You know, you're unhappy because you're stagnant, because you're unhappy because you desire great things for your life, or you have an egoic construct. And this is not a bad thing to say, egoic, you know, but you have a construct in your mind that you deserve greatness. And if you believe that about yourself, then you deserve greatness. You deserve it. You deserve to go and chase it. But if you're not chasing it and you're sitting around doing nothing, then you're going to make yourself unhappy. If you're living in comfort and you don't want it, you want to find something interesting, you have to do something outside of your comfort zone to experience that. And I don't believe that trying to force discomfort upon yourself is the answer. And by that I mean taking away comfortable things. So taking cold showers every day, or sleeping on the floor. You know, you can maintain those comfortable things, but the point is, what I'm trying to make is, your heart wants something more for you if you're unhappy. Your heart wants something powerful and interesting and new and fun. But that, unfortunately, lies outside of your comfort zone. It lies in a place far beyond your, 10 foot by 10 foot room or something. It lies far beyond whatever, 9 to 5 job you're doing. If that's not making you happy, then that's a good indicator that you're too comfortable. You can manage to just do this job forever, indefinitely, and it's not really making you happy. But you're making money and you can buy food with it. That's fine. If you can live like that, more power to you, because I don't want to live like that. So if you can fill in the gaps for me and you enjoy life like that, that's the beauty of being an individual. Is that if you can manage that, great. Unfortunately, lots of us can't manage to live life by certain expectations. We have to find happiness outside of what other people expect from us, outside of the norm, outside of comfort. And if you doing the difficult thing that your heart wants to do is far more meaningful and far more purposeful, far more closer to happiness than an extra hour in bed. That's the first step towards depression, is going, I've got no reason to wake up today. Everything I could ever want is right at my fingertips. I'm going to stay in bed for 5 hours extra this morning just because I've got everything I need. So what's the point? That's depression. Some people think that sounds glorious. More power to you. I think that sounds like hell. I think, flipping, feeling so content that there's nothing more to do, you might as well just die. Because you've done everything. You know what I mean? So if you're depressed, that's a good sign, because that means that you need change. It means that you need to do something uncomfortable to break yourself out of that cycle. If you was really happy and you was living a depressed lifestyle and you was really happy about it, I'd be like, oh God, like that looks sad. That looks really sad. If you're depressed about it, at least you know that something's got to change. So see being a bit sad about something, or seeing depression as a bit of like a sweet spot, a bit of like something will have to give soon. Something will have to give. You'd rather it be your lifestyle, you'd rather it be something that makes your life interesting. So comfort is the enemy of happiness. And I'm sorry the light's been off. The light's been off, I've got it behind me. But I feel comfortable sat here on this grass outside. Anyways, yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you could hear it. Yeah, I'm back. I feel good. It feels good to be back. Anyway, I'll see you later. Thanks for watching. See you later.